And we're live on a Friday thing. Saturday, Sunday. What the fuck? Oh, Lord. Are you ready? Are you ready for the Lilith? Make some noise. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I am the Lilith reincarnated, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker. Come on, Metatron. Starseed, Earth Angel. There he goes. You my Starseed. My little Earth Angel. Out of my face. Going into the dark side. We do this all week. I am your messenger of God. His very first child, the Lilith. In order to have kept up with me, you gotta see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. What are we talking about, Willis? We're talking about truth and justice for all. Pretty much what we're always talking about. Realistically, yeah, I posted that shit in my fucking page. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when some bitch like me calls them on you? Realistically, never even occurred to me, bro. I didn't really think about it. No, I was just making a scene. I didn't know how big of a scene to make. Well, I was sitting in my car and I was like, my Holy Spirit is always like, nah, don't make a scene. And then I'm like, my spirit's like, if you see something, say something. So I said something. Oh, dude, I love that reaction that humans give when they get caught in some shit. Like you caught them red motherfucking handed, right? With your hand in the fucking McDonald's bag. Realistically, yeah, what happened? Oh man, I can't even make it up. And that's why I come back. The kids were mad. They're like, Mom, you're embarrassing us. It's like, I apologize for you being part of that. But you did see the Holy Spirit did that. What happened? My daughter can atone for it. I'm literally sitting here doing nothing, staring into space for a good, I don't know, however fucking long. I got a text message that they said they were canceling my walkthrough, and I posted something about it, and I just sat here. And then after that, I told my son I was going to walk to Target to go get a protein drink, and all of a sudden, I got this intuitive guide to go get milkshakes. My milkshake brings all the boys. I didn't even like it. I gave it to my daughter. It was gross. Really? Well, yeah, because I wanted, I don't know, something. I needed something in my belly, bro. It was like killing me. Seriously? Yeah, so I wanted something different. And so I did something I never do. And I drove over to McDonald's instead of fucking Chick-fil-A, which I thought about. What is this? Black salt. Yeah, there you go. Protection. And as I'm in the drive-thru, I pull in the drive-thru and I look over next to me because, you know, they have to bounce the drive-thrus. And I swear to everything holy, it is the dude that works at our building. He's in the security car. And that's not a huge deal. But I look over and I swear to God, B is sitting in the passenger seat of this douchebag's ride with her baby on her lap, fucking trying to hustle this dude for a fucking Happy Meal. Are you serious? I swear to God, bro, I can't even make this up. I'm not supposed to say nothing. God just literally drugged me here for this reason. Ask my kids when I ever buy them milkshakes, bro. Ask them. Fucking never. Never, bro. And so we're there for this. And I'm like, no way. I was like, Millie, take a picture of this shit. Right? I'm like, no way, dude. And what is it? It's truth. First off, bro, you guys are breaking all the rules. And here comes Miss B, big bad B, that wants to pretend like she's a great mother. Now go back, bro. Go back to when I had a huge problem with Morgan at my new apartments. And Morgan, you know what I mean, is asking me how to parent her kid, and I fucking refuse. And B wants to come out and you should have just told her, and everybody should know how to change a diaper, and you should have this and this and this. And what kind of fucking mother is she? Right? All this is flashing through my head as I see her holding her baby in the front seat of the security guard's ride for a fucking free meal. I can't believe this, bro. So I'm like, all right. This is what they're going to do because they're smart, right? I think they're smart. They're going to turn down the side road and not take them down the main road. Nah, bro. I couldn't believe it. They went down Hampton. And I went down the side road and I pulled in and pulled up right next to him as she's pulling the baby out of the car. I said, how does that qualify you as a good mother? Oh, man, did she light up like a fucking Macy's Day Parade. Not that she's a small chick anyways, but the fucking shit that came, blah, 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 blah. And mind your motherfucking business. And fuck you, bitch. And blah, 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 blah. It was It was like I fucking popped a balloon, bro. It's like, did you have to do that? Well, I look back at it as, am I supposed to say that I didn't do? And that's it. What am I walking in? I'm walking in sunshine, fucking truth, but dude. So anyway, she's talking all this shit. My kids are like, Mom, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, sorry, you got caught in the bullshit. Go inside, take your fucking ice cream and have a good day. Really? I know that this was supposed to be. So I get out of my car and she's talking still massive shit, screaming. So now staff is out there and they're looking at me like, what'd you do to her? I said, I caught them. She was in dude's car over at fucking McDonald's, and I called her out on it, and she want to act crazy in the parking lot. Call the fucking police, you fucking bitch. You think I'm fucking afraid? It never occurred to me until she told me to do it. I was like, oh, you afraid of the police? Fine, I'll call the police. And I come in, and everybody looks at me like I'm a trouble starter. I'm a troublemaker, bitch. God sent the bitch to the fucking deck. Really? Oh, all fucking bros on deck. Grab your fucking your oar and get ready to go. Really? We're sailing this one. So I walk in and I look at the security guards. I'm like, where do they do that? You guys are allowed to take me out to lunch? You could put me in the car and go buy me some food? And they're like, no. I was like, what about my baby? We're allowed to do all that? They're like, no. I was like, well, Ani just did all that. That's his name. And I'm like, you're allowed to do that? No, they're not even allowed to take that car for their own lunch breaks, bro. I literally sit here. I've lived here for a year. They clock out and they get in their own vehicle and they sit in their own vehicle for lunch. They are not allowed to take that thing out of the fucking parking lot. And he's cruising through the streets and with his fucking, you know what I mean? This bitch and her baby. Really? Yeah. And I'm not supposed to say nothing? I said something. One thing. And it got a little bit big. And then she told me to call the popo. Fine, I'll call the popo, ho. Really? I got a ticket for that shit before. Go ahead. Let's see how you get it. I lost my license for some shit like that. My son it wasn't that he wasn't even in a car seat. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt. What y'all did was totally against the rules. And it's all on camera. You loaded him up in the fucking front of the fucking building and unloaded in front of the building, straight on camera. And didn't you get a child taken away for neglect? And you think this is good parenting? Yeah, I had a little something to say about it, bro. But that's why I don't tell people how to parent, because I've learned to let people make their mistakes. But at that moment, God said, he put me right there. That's what I mean. He sets me up. It's called perfect fucking alignment. I'm sitting here and the Holy Spirit says, go to McDonald's and buy milkshakes. I don't even drink them. Me and my kids, it was their first time. My daughter didn't even like a McFlurry. She's like, I don't like this. Can I have yours? Yeah. And so he got 2 McFlurries and she got mine. That's how it shows you. We don't even fuck around like this. God put me right there for this. What? To hang her. Because she runs around here with a false mask. Every morning she drops her kids off with people in the front saying, oh, it's too cold and I'm just trying to be a good mom and I'm just trying to this and that and this and that. Bro, you're lying, bro. It all just came out. Your mask just fell. And the way that she acted in the parking lot was fabulous. Man, dude, if I could have sold tickets to this shit fest, I would have totally made a killing online. We would have went viral with some shit like that. There'd be memes all over the place. Really? Oh, man. You missed it. God didn't, though. And I didn't even know what was going on. And that's what it is, too. It's like, oh, you want to act like you a good mother, huh? You want to act like you know some shit? You didn't know better than to do some stupid shit like this? And that's what I said. Don't they feed you here 3 meals a day? 3 meals a day? What happened? You didn't get your welfare check yet, so you needed to go bum a fucking cheeseburger off somebody? Really? Oh, man, I was there to see the whole thing go down. Really? I was just right here. I didn't even know how I ended up there. That's where you look up, you're like, what the fuck? That was a great mission, and God be with me. Really? Judgment. I'm not judgment. I'm the witness. And I speak what I see, bro. And that's it. You want to fight me because of what I saw? Because I spoke on what I saw? You want to scream and throw a fit because you're right when you're wrong? That's that moment, bro. Adults do that. When you catch them and they're wrong and they scream and throw a huge fit and try to validate their bad behavior. No, fuck you. And you fucking this and you. This has nothing to do with me. This is you. You're all caught up right now, bro. You're 100% caught up right now on some stupid shit. All your job is to do in this life is to be a good fucking mother, bitch. That's all God gave you. He gave you a new chance. He took away your other kid, and you want to come out here. He gives you a new kid, and you don't know how to be a good mother. You need to sit down and read a book. You don't know what that means? Every fucking mother in the fucking world knows better than to put their kid in a fucking car without a car seat and go to no store, no fucking liquor store, no gas station, no fucking In-N-Out. Ask me if I did that when I was 15 or 16, 18. I forgot him once in the house and the first time we went to leave the house, but I didn't. What the fuck is wrong with you? Even the parents that leave their kids in the car in the summer and they die, they at least had them in a fucking car seat. Act like you never been a mother before, or you just hungry. You just hungry. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We don't need to worry. I'm safe. I don't have to follow the rules. My baby's safe. What the fuck is wrong with you? Now, in Mexico, on God, they do not use them. And I don't think they use them in other countries. Not like this. No, no, no. In the country, there's plenty of stories. But in the great land of America, bitch, they make you. It's the law. You cannot leave the fucking hospital with your child without a car seat. It will be provided by the police department if necessary. It is a fucking law. Really? And she just want to act all, high and motherfucking mighty, bitch. Bitch, you big, you high, for sure. She in her room cleaning and shit. She know the popo coming. She knows she got priors on fucking child endangerment, child neglect. She knows she ain't right by God, and she knows she just got caught. By who? I don't know. Whatever. And realistically, I don't know. I just was like, damn, you stupid. I just had to point out you stupid and you a stupid hoe. And I saw you. But you wanted to make it all big and talk about call the popo. Fine, I'll do what you say. As above, so below. You could deal with the popo. And that's it. I got that fucking right back when I stopped doing dirty shit. I got the right to call the police when I stopped running from them. That was the best moment of my life. The best moment of my life was that I stopped running from them and I was able to stand with them or call on them. Do they really come through? Not really. Them bastards, they never really do shit. But they come through this building pretty often. Really? I'm serious. There was times, bro, that I needed help. And that's when I did. And that's it too, is if I don't call the police, I'm going to go to jail. If I don't call the police, I'm going to go to jail. That's what it is. And that's what people don't understand about a cop caller. Because if I don't, I'm going to end up in jail. If they don't deal with you, I'm going to deal with you and I'm going to end up on the other side of justice. Realistically, oh yeah. And that's what justice is for. Let us take care of your problems. Really? And when all else prevails, I could always call, you know what I mean? We call POC or whatever, but I'm not trying to do that because I like your baby. I call anything on you. I go straight for your child. And that's what it is you don't even care about your child. You didn't even care. You didn't even think about your child when you made that decision to go get you a cheeseburger. You may have told Ani you wanted to get the baby some fries to get him to get in the car. But was it worth it? A free meal? Sacrifice your child for a free meal? Now, under the circumstance, anybody could have pulled out on Hampton and hit that fucking car. You weren't even safe on a side road with no cars. You were on the main motherfucking road where anybody could have slammed into that and took that baby out your hands. If he would have hit the brakes, that baby would have been out your hands and back with God. I have every reason to speak on it because I care more about your child than you do. And that's what God gave me dominion over, was over the babies. You stupid cunt. Really? Oh, how dumb she look out there screaming at me because she out there chasing a cheeseburger with some special sauce. God got some sauce for that ass. Anyways, that was the best part of my day, really. I didn't do shit today. What'd I do? I spent like 2 hours in my car plucking my eyebrows and fucking microblading, and then I came up and put on a mask, and then I put on my makeup, and then they said it's a no-go. So I just sat here. Really, my body, I had no intuition to do anything. My body wasn't hungry. I'm 10 days in. I have no new schedule. I just sit around now. It's not like I'm chasing a meal or, with that not happening, I don't need to go I don't have to do anything. The house isn't ready, so I don't have to be ready for the house. So I just sat there in quiet. I was just sitting in quiet all day, dude. Just literal quiet. I'm not tired. I don't have, you know what I mean? I haven't figured out a way to make myself tired. I'm just in peace. And all of a sudden, I go out, and that's all that happened today. That's it. That's it, bro. That's all that happened to me. So we take that, and that's what it is. Every day is an adventure, even when you don't do shit. I wasn't doing shit today, bro. Minding my own fucking business, including by going to McDonald's. That was spirit driven, bro. Ask my kids. I don't ever give in to their dominant or their fucking McDonald's demands. Realistically, I mean, I kind of do when we're out of food stamps, but that's about it. Really, on this note, I don't know what to pull other than the tarot to confirm the bullshit. Really? I know. I used to wonder when these things would happen. It would happen all the time. God would just put me in a place, and then chaos would break out right after, and I would be the cause of it. But it wasn't. I didn't cause this. The person did. I was just the instigator, the initiator. There's a Khalik. As soon as I said instigator, I saw Khalik. Who's that? Kobe in the female form. Realistically, I mean, it was the truth be told. At the last hour, at the darkest hour, the truth was going to be told about who the fuck you are. Try to come up as my friend. Try to pretend like you was a good person. And that was my intuition yesterday. I knew, fucking Jesus. You almost got me fucked, Jesus. Fucking Jesus. I forgive you. Jesus told me yesterday to reach out, to extend myself to her. And I told you in the story, I said, Jesus put this on my heart. And I looked around the tree and I saw her baby reaching out for me and the dog. But then I looked further and I saw Diana and I said, nah. I said it was my pride. I didn't have that much Jesus. Look what happened today, Christ. Realistically, they knew that was going to happen. But at least it's just about honoring the feelings that are put in your heart. You don't always got to walk in them. You just got to acknowledge them. Was I willing? I was. Until I saw Diana, I was willing to do the right thing according to Christ. And that's where it was. And once I was willing to do the right thing, I was set free in the sense of knowing that I never did anything wrong. I should have never been friends with a cunt like this. And that goes back to it, dude. She just sat around on that fucking porch, just, you know what I mean? Just fucking bumming and bothering anybody that she can to make a fucking friend. Same as Diana, these fucking bum ass bitches. They think just because I'm sitting out there and I got my own weed and a happy smile that I want to be your fucking friend. I took you out. I taught you shit. I fucking showed you shit. And this is it? And you want to run your fucking mouth? Fuck you, bitch. Go deal with your baby, your Blues Clues baby daddy. Go find the clues on that one. Because you ain't chasing our Father who art in heaven, fucking cunt ass. Really? Oh, yeah. Let me set this motherfucker on fire on the way out. You think that you're protected on the way out? And that's even Callie. She sees me the last couple days, and she's like, dude, I always know you're around. I can smell the sage. I was like, it's going to be different when I'm gone. I'm the only thing here protecting this shithole. Really? Oh, your guys' karma's coming for you, bro. Every fucking terrible thought and feeling you ever put out, everything, including the staff, their evil ways and everything, dude, it's all going to come. This shit is a fucking ticking time bomb. Same thing that happened, dude. I've seen it happen every time I walk out of a place. Really, I bring the light, but I take it with me, and you're just left in the absolute darkness, a ticking time bomb of it. It was already coming to get you. That's why God put me in here. Really? You watched it. This whole building, they dropped babies off the fucking floor. This whole fucking building, all kinds of shit. All the child neglect, the abuse, the drug use, the fucking pests, the this, that, and the other. This bitch want to make a lifestyle out of it. Really? The only reason she got here was because her baby was born. Her baby's now a year. This bitch ain't going nowhere. Really? She said she was in the last shelter 18 months before that. Her and her dude, because they were in a single shelter. She was selling and he was getting high. Really? And they made a baby. And now they're here. And she thinks she has a future. And God. Yeah, you got a future. God fucking willing. Hey, 9 of Cups. I'm feeling it. What is that? Emotional fulfillment, same as the 10 of Cups, but it talks about abundance. It's in a bountiful place. And that's what I said earlier. I was just sitting here. What were you doing all day? I was thinking about the journey. I didn't realize that I checked in March until I needed that verification of residence. On it, it said my check-in date. And I looked at it and I just thought about it. You know, how grateful I was for God to give me a whole year of stability. But what I learned and what I faced and everything. And was it as bad as I thought? You know, how do I sum up this year in a story? There's not. There's plenty of stories of this year. But it was insane. It was the unbelievable amount of growth why I stayed here. The things I learned about myself, you know what I mean? I had to be triggered by these awful people. I had to learn such things, you know what I mean? Even Jude with this weird sexuality and shit. Fucking Diana, even though she was always lying, she pushed me into, my truth, even if she was telling a lie. All these situations that happened, even down to the weird guy in the red truck, all the things. It grew me in ways that, I never grew up before. People never understood why I was in a homeless shelter and why God put me here. And my job is to explain that in, maybe 15 minutes of my documentary, but then you can watch how I learned everything I did. It's like these are periods of time, but the growth of every day that it took to get through that time. It's like this, my mastery. I pulled out that book yesterday of what it took to be a planetary leader, and I almost checked off all the boxes. I didn't know what the 12 rays are, but I'm pretty sure I do. They're inside of my light codes. We went through the first ray, the second. Does it have 12? I don't believe so, not like that. And I didn't know the three minds, but other than that, that was the same thing that happened. When I got to an evaluation inside of my priesthood book, I was already a priest, a priestess. We were trying to see if we qualified or if we wanted to go in this direction, and I already 100% qualified. And that's where it is. It's like, how did I get here? Real life experiences. That's what people don't get. I'm seeing Magnetize Yourself. She's been recording my story and, trying to project it into her card readings for nearly 3 years. She's been there since the beginning. She was my first tarot reader. It was so creepy to me. I found her on the internet and I started listening to her, and she would she'd do a reading of what the fuck just happened to me the day before. It was so crazy. And I would share all this stuff. And it's like I look at someone like her, a light worker, that's too afraid to go out and have an experience. You'll stop reporting my experience when you start having your own, you guys. And yours are going to be just as adventurous as mine and suspenseful, where you have a story to tell because God's taking you on the adventure, which is your life. And that's where it goes back to it, is like people avoided the things that they were running from, and God walked me straight into it. I was afraid of losing my home because I was afraid of ever becoming homeless again, ever having to be in a shelter again, ever having to do this again. That was the first fear he asked me to face. I never, in the beginning, I didn't think he was going to walk me into a fucking shelter. That was my biggest fear. I thought this would all play out and I would never see a shelter again. No, I saw two. Really? Oh man. I thought I would never have to face such people. I'd never have to go through such things. All my biggest fears. I'll never have to face my ex. I'll never have to deal with Oklahoma. All the things I was running from. He made me go straight into my family. My all of that, dude. He made me go straight into everything. And that's where I found my power, was in the things I was afraid of. Really? There was a part of me that was afraid to snap off on her. If you say this, yeah, I know this is going to be good. That's me. This is going to be good. Am I still in there? Yeah, the afraid part is always in there. But that's when you got to do it. When you're afraid of it, then you got to do it. Why? Because you become more powerful by facing this fear. Don't make up stupid fears like jumping out of fucking planes and you know what I mean? Stupid shit like that. But something like the diving board. I still have that. I need to do that as an adult. I still have that fear inside of me. I remember as a little girl going off the diving board and standing on top of it being so afraid. And I had to force myself to jump off of it, but I swore I'd never do that again because I was too afraid up there. I didn't like that feeling of being so afraid up there. I'll never make myself feel that scared again. I'll have to do that now as an adult just to see if I still feel that same way. But that's what it is. I'm allowed to be afraid up there, but I can't let that fear stop me because it doesn't stop other kids that are 3-year-olds jumping off of that 14-foot fucking diving board. There's some of these things that we need to face just, you know what I mean, to stand on our own 2 feet and say we did it. We don't need to be chasing fears of the night. Things that you know what I mean, that you probably should be afraid of. Like, don't be, trying to get bit by poisonous, you know what I mean? Like, God shows this vision of me in front of a cobra tamer. He sits down and then I sit down, and he opens the lid, and the cobra, instead of him taming it, it realizes I'm there and it comes to me instead. That's terrifying. But I'm supposed to be brave, just like with the bees, because that's what it takes. Otherwise, I'm going to get poisonously bit and die right here watching this guy do his job. Really? I seen a vision of it. And that's where it is. It's like, don't put yourself in danger. You'll never see me take my kids to the Grand Canyon or to an edge, because accidents happen. The wind, anything. You don't take, you know what I mean? Don't push those kind of fucking fears. You know what I mean? Don't push reality to where you're going to get hurt, but push the fears of the things that, everyday people can do, and you just need to be brave about doing. Really? Mm-hmm. Let's read this out of the big book. It gives more context, don't you think? Don't you think? Where's that book? I don't know, now that I'm sitting here wondering. It's one of my most used books. You can tell which one. My most ratty book is my Reclaiming Your Dark Goddess, which is the journey of the dark night of the soul. We spend all the time in that book. Really? Not as much as we used to, but that's what got me here. It was one book. I was like, dude, that book is terrifying. Really? Yeah. All right, let's talk about our Nine of Cups. I went to the Queen of Pentacles. That's good. What is that? Balance. A wise woman of the earth who allows the life force to flow through her in order to teach, nurture, and sustain with compassion. And that's it. What just happened? I had a life experience, and I'm using that to teach and nurture and all that good shit. Really? Mm-hmm. What else was I going to talk about? Nothing else happened today. No, nothing. I was just reflecting. All right, this is the best card of the minor arcana. It is the wish card, or just happiness. All is going well for you. Relationships, emotional fulfillment. Oh, yeah, I'm totally falling in love. I didn't bring that up. I told you all I had to do was put my mind on it and let my heart open up to it. Really? Yeah. It's going to start as a crush. It's going to crush me eventually. Really? I'm opening up to the idea. I committed myself to the idea, which was, Friday stuff. What do? This, what we're doing. We go with the flow. Really? Emotional fulfillment, health, and material success. You feel like you are where you belong. You can take satisfaction in what you've achieved, celebrate, and look forward to the future. Be careful that you don't get too carried away with material pleasures, and don't take everything for granted, because you'll still need to work to keep it. And that's where it is. This is the calm before the storm. Really, I'm going to have a lot of stuff to do when I get my own house. Right now, I don't have shit to do, and I need to enjoy the fact that, these days are kind of over. Well, I have a very busy life ahead of me. I'll be able to stay calm and peaceful, but it's busy. There's a lot God has planned for me. And I told him today, I need you to cash me out. What do I need? I told him, I just need the material success, or the material, what did I say? The financial security, so that I can continue, so that I can put all my focus into the documentary. Really? Yeah, I need him to cash me out so I don't have to worry about bills. He can take, and I can just stay focused on the job at hand. Really? Mm-hmm. This card also assures you that if you're doing worthwhile work, you will be taken care of. You may never be rich, but your needs will be met. I posted that this morning. I was listening to Steve's Love Tarot, and it was like, they think you're not as stable as you appear to be. Do you mean like financially, mentally, emotionally? What do you mean? I'm not stable. I am a wild fucking horse, a Sagittarius, a half beast, half horse, the fire horse, and God is putting me in a stable situation. I'm not projecting to be anything. I told you exactly that I'm on a fucking welfare check. And after I paid my phone bill, I have $500 a month that me and my kids live off of. I told you all of my situation, not that it's any of your business. I'm not stable. God is. Really? I don't have to prove myself. All I have to do is depend on God. And that's the difference. You guys are still out there trying to make a name for yourself. Wolfman, I saw that for you. You can either, you're at a crossroad, and this is the Hecate at the end of the month. You can either go and continue to build a kingdom for yourself, or you can be one of the founding fathers of God's kingdom. is what he's offering you right now. Really? I am. I'm the founder of it. So what does that make you? Chief so-and-so? Chief executive so-and-so? Are we going to have a Mark Wahlberg situation here? Mark Zuckerberg situation? No, I'm serious. That's what he said to me when I was taking a shower earlier. That's what he pointed out. It's like you can continue to make a name for yourself, or you can walk in the name of his kingdom and in the name of Christ. And there's no higher authority given. He's trying to give you the highest authority. Really? To be a founding father of the new world, the new church? Yeah, that's pretty high. It's pretty high and mighty of him. He thinks a lot of you. And I should have known in the way that the submission that he put upon my soul. That's what I said. I never found somebody that had spiritual authority until I met him. And I never understood it either. I was like, why did God give you authority? I understand. Not for who you are, but who he's going to make you. And I could sense it in my spirit, even though I didn't understand it in my flesh. And that's what got me in trouble. My spirit knew, even if my flesh doesn't actually understand. And I think you understand the same thing. Because your spirit knows better than to fuck with me, but at the same time it doesn't. It's like, oh, let's test this bitch. All right, let's test the water, shall we? Anyways, reverse meaning. You're disappointed that everything you wished for in life has not materialized. Perhaps you missed chances and spent too much time satisfying transority desires such as casual sex, parties, drugs, alcohol, and food. Sounds like you had a good life. Perhaps your low self-esteem has allowed others. How can this be a bad life if you get to do what you want? People just want those such things. Don't hate yourself for living life. You didn't get what you wanted out of it, but because you were what? Too busy living life? You didn't put enough into this part of your life. You were too busy having fun. This looks like fun. Are you going to kick your ass for having another year of fun? Oh, well, maybe 2027 will be your year. Just saying. I Again, call me the devil. I just see you living a life as doing shit like this. What is my daughter supposed to do in her 20s? Hopefully not, sex and alcohol and all that, but what the fuck are you supposed to do? You know what I mean? Is she really supposed to? Am I supposed to send her off to college in a backpack across Europe? What is she supposed to do? What's a great life for her? A girl gone wild, Whatever. I'm not going to tell her what to do with herself after she's done what she was supposed to do, which was just go through school. God will tell her what to do with herself, and she'll have her free will and, all the understanding that we can hope for. I'm not going to persecute her, but something like this. It's like, you may have missed chances or spent too much time satisfying transority desires. You had too much fun. You spent too much time, satisfying your flesh, having a good time. Oh, well. Perhaps your low self-esteem has allowed others to take advantage of you. This marks the end of a cycle, and it's never too late to change. Meditate on the nature of abundance. Yeah, it's always a free ride when you come through, right? I was that person. Really? Always wanted to share my wealth with others, share my experience, go over the top, bring my joy to other people. Moving on. Spiritual work at hand. Oh my God. Becky, is that the King of Swords? I love that guy. Really? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? And as I say this, it's like, oh shit, I thought of Marshall. It's like, you didn't even step up into your authority. You were too busy doing the same thing, bro. Trying to make a name for yourself, trying to hang out with the homies in the hood and, be all good. One day, maybe you guys will grow up. God says you'll grow up one day. Fair enough. King of Swords. Boom, boom. Calls upon your mental ability and your your power of air to develop strategies to make the changes you want. Use your head, not your heart. You have some inspired and innovative ideas, and it is time to move decisively and put them into action. Do not wait for others to do it for you. This could be this card, excuse me. This is also a card teaching you of teaching and knowledge passed on. I know they're giving me all the teachings. You might find answers in something you are reading or find value in writing. However, you should guard your knowledge from those who would misuse. So be careful to whom you speak. Seek out professional advice and scrutinize all contracts and documents before you sign them. This is often a card that signifies legal issues. If you truly are in the right, the judgment will be on your favor. Ooh. I didn't do nothing wrong. Really? Well, she's riding around in her car with no tax. You're riding around in your car with a fucking quarter ounce. No, it was a pound of weed in your trunk. You want to talk about who's riding dirty? Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. Don't point fingers until you want the finger pointed at you. And whatever you did in quiet caused this. I was minding my own fucking business, and God decided to blow you out, which means you probably were fucking wishing up for the. You were talking too much. He hears, they see. You think Pac's not on my block? You think he's not down there listening to what you're saying and texting and writing and moving? Bro, shut up. Judgment's upon you, bro. I didn't do shit. I was being a good mother, getting my kids an ice cream. What the fuck was you doing? Really, though? Really, though. And you know what she said to me? And that's what I told my daughter. That's why your daughter won't even tell you she loves you. That was her comeback, bro. And I told Milia she said that. I was like, you know why she said that? Because they want to use my children against me. She's like, Mom, I don't have to tell you for you to know it. I was like, I know. She doesn't know that. And that's why I turned around and said, where's your teenager telling you how much he loves you? And that's it. She was projecting hella hard. She wanted to bring up my daughter and our little not getting along so well type shit. And I turned to my daughter and I told her, you know, she's out there and she's literally, our window is right in front of where all this happened. So the kids are up here listening to it as it continues to go on. The window's right open. And she's saying all this shit. And I was like, Milia, you do the same thing when I'm upset. You use a Mary Jane and Aaron against me. I was like, that's what people do, is they use your fucking children. I was like, she's trying to use the way that we get along against me. Something to think about. But that was it, too. It's like, you know, in her defense, she's like, that's why your daughter doesn't even tell you she loves you. I was like, where's your son? Where's this projection coming from? My kids are upstairs and they do love me. Where's yours? Oh, that's right. Strapped in the front seat of the security guard's ride, trying to get to French Fry. Seriously, I could write a whole song and dance about it. I'm serious. Crazy shit. And it's like this. It's like, this signifies a legal issue, and if you're in the right, the judgment will be in your favor. I don't favor any of it. It was God's favor. It was his favorite moment of my day. Realistically, what was I going to do? I don't know. I was just sitting here. Ask my daughter. That's what I do in the car. They never know what I'm doing. I just sit there, staring at nothing. She saw me do it for the first 10 minutes with a mask on my face. She's like, okay. And then I washed it off and I just sat here with eyebrows on my face and just sat here. It's either I sit here and stare at the wall or sit outside. It looks like I'm staring at the clouds or something. Really? Mind my own business. I am the definition of mind my own business. Really? Seriously. All right. It indicates a man who is influential in your life. He is charismatic, intellectual, and very high morals, who likes to be in control. Uh-oh. This could be this guy. He's very involved with the world and capable of instigating great change. He may seem a little bit cold and analytical as he bases all his decisions on unemotional logic. This really could be you there, Hades. Never saw you in this light. But he is genuinely caring and will give you some good advice. He could be a judge, lawyer, teacher, doctor, or professional advisor. If he's your friend or partner, you must meet his own expectations or standards, or he will drop you without a backward glance. As a father, he is distant but fair. That's another thing. They reminded me how you woke up that morning considering having a child. That's when you know a man grows up, bro. When that thought enters his head. Reverse meaning. The reverse can indicate a miscarriage of justice, duplicity, or professional neglect. You may have been taken in by a criminal or unscrupulous lawyer, or have been let down by an uncaring doctor or absent father. Oh yeah, we all got daddy issues, right? My dad sucks. God, what a loser. The King of Swords reverse could be telling you that you have too much air in your makeup. For you, the intellect and the idea is all important, not the application of them. Because of this, very few of your brain waves become realized and are ultimately wasted. I do that. I have a bunch of great ideas that I don't apply. Really? I don't really put in any of that. It was like, oh, that was a good idea, but no, I don't want to put the effort into that. And that's where you just Some of them, you really wasted an opportunity by not putting your effort into it. Some of them, you get into it and you realize this is not worth the fucking effort. Really? Some of them, you just want to see what it's like. There was a chance that could have happened to me when I became a singer and songwriter. It was all in my head until I got behind it and until I got comfortable with, recording. If it didn't sound right, it wasn't going to be worth it to me. You know what I mean? I could have got in it and it wasn't for me. I'm just saying, sometimes. If this card indicates a person, the reverse king is mentally unbalanced man who has become critical, what is this? Sarcastic, cynical, perhaps even sadistic. And that's what I was saying about him. He was, I'm going to say past tense in the hopes that we don't see this part of you anymore. His mental agility makes him feel superior to others and he enjoys humiliating them. He could be violent and abusive towards others around him, and he's frustrated and angry with the whole world. I don't know. I can see him he's shown that he has a temper. But don't we all? It's not a bad thing to have a temper. Just what do you do with it? I'm going to make you angry. What are you going to do when you get angry at me? Do I have to fear for my life because you're pissed off at the words I said? How are you going to retaliate against me for my words? First thing I asked Bobby is, what do you do when you get angry? He said, shut down. I was like, that's pretty much all you ever do around here, isn't it? That's your answer to everything? As a person that was closed down, I can't really argue. What's the spiritual work? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ Almighty. It's the Ten of Swords. What is that? The ending of a hard time, but it's also a hard time. It's the ending of a hard time, which is me. That's what I was looking back. I was like, my journey's over. I don't have no more hard times. Not to say I won't go through the dark night of the soul, which are towers. It's a mental journey. I don't have to take the physical journey through that shit. Really? Yeah, thank goodness. Those are over. The hard times are over. You know what I mean? Hard thoughts, hard feelings. We'll have to always work through that, but the hard times are over. For me, anyways. And that's what I said in my post. They're just beginning for the rest of everybody else. And I'm going to be here to walk you through it. But mine, no. I did my Jesus walk. I'm currently doing it. I thought about that too. You better never ask me to do another one of these fasts. This is dumb. Why am I the only person on planet Earth doing this? I know I'm the only person on planet Earth doing this. I know it. But I'm also the only person on planet Earth that's a Holy Spirit that would do such things. Why? Because I'm the only person on planet Earth that's guided by the Holy Spirit that heard it. I heard this shit 13 years ago. How come nobody else hears the calling? And then they send the screeching owl at you. All right. The Ten of Swords represents a sudden and unexpected disaster. Whether this is a physical, mental illness, or relates to a relationship, betrayal, or failed project, or other misfortune, it crushes you. It seems as though all hope has been snatched away. You have hit rock bottom. However, the worst has happened, and the waiting and speculation are over. And this can only bring a sense of relief. Death is a symbol for change and endings in the tarot. And in all endings, I can't even read this. I'm just replaying. My mind is replaying every time she sat out there talking about other women and their parenting. These girls be bringing their kids out with no fucking blankets. These girls and their babies. Did you see that baby? Did you see this? She's always talking about mothers, bro, and she just got so caught. That's what I'm replaying right now. She's always talking about everybody, including Diana. She was the one talking about Diana and how her kids didn't have shoes. I never even looked in the fucking cart to see they didn't have shoes. It was her that put that thought in my head, those words. I never even looked inside. They do now after talking all that shit. And they should. Why the fuck you ain't talked to your caseworker to get him a pair of fucking shoes and a jacket? Why you didn't go to the fucking clothing bank? Why didn't you go get them something? There's a million reasons. I'm just saying. All that shit. Realistically, yeah. You know what I mean? And that's it too. You know what I mean? You're another one that sits here every day eating fucking... Dude, that's the truth, dude. Every fucking day. That's what she says. I gotta go get my sweet tea. Why don't you brew some sweet tea? Why don't you buy a jug? Why don't you make some? Every day she run into fucking... She says it's sweet tea is so she could eat her a Happy Meal. Every day she one of those ones that use her welfare checkup for that type shit. Realistically, yes. But sitting here all day begging for fucking diapers and, you know what I mean, talking shit about the food that they serve and this, that, and the other and some more shit. Realistically, I'm telling you, the bitch is full of shit. She's full of shit, and it just came out. Her shit just came out all over camera. It was candid camera right there, bro. We caught that shit on camera. All that shit you talk about, all these women in here. None of their kids are literally on an IV drip of fucking children's Tylenol. Not one other mother is feeding their baby children's Tylenol every day like you've been doing since I met you. No other parent says that they bring their kid in at dark and stay in all fucking night because of that. No, you're doing something else. You're just like Bobby. You're blaming it, trying to say you're a good parent. What you really doing? And that's it too. Like, didn't you tell me you smoke cigarettes in your bathroom when it's too cold? Fuck it, girl. It's too cold. I'll smoke in my bathroom. Is that not secondhand smoke to the children and breaking the rules? And what about everyone else that has to smell your smoke because you're too fat and lazy to take your bitch ass outside? You want me to tell? I'll tell. I'm a tell all, bro.
Even I go outside to vape, bro.
Did you hear my daughter? Even she goes outside to vape. She's a new vapor and don't sit in here and do it. What else are you doing in that room? With your baby that fell off the bed and broke its foot and you was right there. Shut up, bro. God got you. He got you by your ovaries. And that's the same thing with Morgan. That's what happened with Morgan. She ran around this bitch talking about, I'm just trying to be a good mother. I'm just trying to be a good mother. I'm just trying to be a good mother. Bitch, you out here on dope. On dope. Your kid's in dirty diapers. You're out here tripping and tweaking and you think you're a good motherfucking mother? And that's where they turn to me because they see me as a good mother. No, I'm getting better and I'm guided by the Holy Spirit. I don't claim to be the best mother. I did have a lot of women in my life that showed me what a good mother was. And I aspired to be like those women. And I incorporated the teachings of those women. And one of the best people that made me a good mother was a man with no children named Mr. Plum. He was a school educator his entire life. He taught me how to be good with children. I learned. I had to learn it outside of myself. I wasn't always the best mother. But when you run around here and you tell everyone you are and you claim to be something you're not, God's going to show the world, bro. And that's what happened to both these bitches. They didn't have to pretend like they were better than somebody or that they had it together or they were even that. They were pretending. Always trying to validate they were good mothers. A good mother doesn't have to validate it. You don't have to walk around with a number one mom cup. A good mother is just a mother that does as good as she can. Kanye West had a good mother. Tupac Shakur had a good mother. My mother, despite all her flaws, tried her best to be good. What the fuck good are you doing for your children, bro? You say you're going to school to be a drug counselor, but you're out here counseling everyone with drugs, literally selling them out the back of your car. What kind of counselor are you? You're fake. You're a fraud. And that's why you told her to go to school like you so you could get a free paycheck. You're going to school for a paycheck, bitch.
Not for paycheck.
Not to help nobody, not nothing, bro. And you said it. I do all my work. What did she say with the GPAI?
ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's what she says. And she says, and when it's done, I get like I get like 5 racks. I get 5 racks. I get 5 racks. That's how she got fucking Morgan in on that shit. And they're looking at me like I'm going to enroll on some school shit. And I look at both of them and said, I don't need a career. But for you, this could be good for you. You could stay at home and be a good mother and learn a skill.
So now you're learning or cheating.
Was I going to find good people in a homeless shelter? Am I mad that I didn't make no friends in the homeless shelter? Nah, I did actually. She texted me yesterday. She don't work here no more. She walked out on this place and she got her a better job. She told me she was actually doing Lyft. I needed to get back to her, but I was running around doing witchcraft shit all day yesterday. I made a friend, but not someone that lives here, someone that tried to serve here and realized that their service was better off. I did make a friend out of here. I met some unique people. I learned some hard lessons, this, that, and the other. But this is where it says, endings in the tarot, and all endings are new beginnings. In the death and rebirth, it might not feel like it, but you have reached a turning point. This is the final ordeal, the darkest hour before the dawn. What are you going to do? You're going to throw a fit all weekend? I'm out of here, bro. Be mad at yourself. Go find a new friend in the building. Go find someone to tell about it, how I'm a bitch and you were right and I was wrong. Go bitch about it. Go bitch about all your fucking problems to somebody else, to the same bitches that are bitching about their problems. Maybe you could be like them and find a dude in the parking lot. The Ten of Swords reverse shows that a terrible burden has afflicted you are beginning to lift. This may be a slow process, but know that you have survived the worst, and the worst is behind you, if you want it to be. You will have to act to make things happen, however, or relief will only be temporary. You must want to help yourself, and this involves stop thinking of yourself as a victim. No, I never looked at that. I knew that I was being called into this, and I just needed to understand it, and I could get out of things. Really? No, most of them are like, whatever. I'm not really sure. This goes back to the rest of you. Let her story be your story or not. Who are you pretending to be to people? And is someone like me is God going to put someone like me in your life and show the whole world that you're a lie? That's why people fear me. They think I know everything already. I don't. I know nothing about you until it's shown. And you'll try your hardest to show me something that's not true instead of what's true. I could have accepted. What I don't accept is a liar. I forgive. I don't accept. I said that a long time ago. You're better off being an ugly fucking truth than a fucking pretty lie. I gave Morgan a chance. I knew Morgan. It took me a while to realize what the fuck was happening. And mostly because I just didn't want to see it. When I confronted Morgan and I told her to her face, tell me the fucking truth that you didn't go over to your fucking friend's house and go get all fucking lit. I gave her another chance because she did what no other person did. She looked me in the face and she said, "You're right. Will you forgive me and give me another chance?" And so I did. I may have not realized right away when I popped up last month to fill out my paperwork that she was in fact high. It took me 2 days to go back to that moment, that hour that I spent with her, and look at her house, her face, her clothes, everything. I had to look at the entire crime scene to understand what the fuck was that. She was high again, bro. It was so obvious, but I was in my own world. I was there to fill out my apartment. I was there to start my new life. I was not paying attention to the details of this woman. And I had every right to get fucking angry because you said to give you another chance and you wouldn't be like this again. And I ain't seen you in months, and this is how I find you, is on fucking drugs. I have every right to not give you another chance. You said to give you another chance, and you wouldn't let me down. You let yourself down. You knew I was coming that day. You didn't even try to hide that you were high, and you showed it off to everyone. That's where that one went sour. Because of that. I don't want to be around a person that does drugs and gets drunk. I'm okay if we go out to dinner and you have a drink with dinner and that's the last thing that we see of it. That's not going to bother me. But when you're buying liquor and bringing it home and we're sitting there on regular times and you just want to get sloshed, you want to get tipsy, I got a problem with this. It's going to make me uncomfortable. Having wine at dinner with Jesus, a last meal, okay. Every night, no, this isn't a pattern. This isn't something we do all the time. I might have a shot with you, but that's it. We're not going to do this all the time. We're not going to show our kids that we drink and that it's okay to drink and drinking is okay. It's a celebratory act done on a special occasions. So yes, you can get away with drinking, but not being an everyday drinker or even a weekend drinker with me. Why? Because I chose to walk away from that life. I don't want to live in the memories and my drunken memories around people enjoying their drunken experiences. I don't want to ruin their experience by my memories. So let's just part ways, people. Really? Really? If my daughter turned 21 and this is really important to her,
I'm never drinking. It's pregnant.
there we go. Then we don't even have to have this conversation.
I will never drink. That's the one thing I have.
You know what I mean?
She knows little.
And so if that was the case, I might, to do with my daughter, to show my support to, the situation of the fact that you're old enough to be an adult, whatever. But that, nah. You know what I mean? I'm not cool with it. Just because I had a life in that type of shit, understand that was a life I ran from, and I'm not trying to be around that life anymore. God is asking me desperately to go out and help drug addicts and alcoholics, and I'm not ready for that. Maybe one day, but not today, not this week, not this month, not this summer.
Century.
Maybe he'll train me for that type of work. I'm not going to college to be an alcohol or drug advocate. You guys are. People go to school for that shit that really want to help those kind of people. I've been running from those kind of people. I was raised with those people. I don't really want to spend the rest of my life around those people. I spent the first part of my life with those people. I was those people. Really? Yeah. And that's it. It's like, have your life. It is your life. But understand, your life doesn't align with my life, and there's no reason to cause discord. There's no reason for my mouth. There's no reason. Don't hide who you are to be pleasing to me when you know I'm not pleased with this type shit. You don't have to be pleasing to me. Just stay away from me. And that's how I feel. I don't have to be likable. I got to keep my unlikable ass away from you. That's the most respect you're going to get from me. Really? I respect you enough to stay away, but that's it. I'm not going to change anything about me. And that's just so that, because you can't handle your feelings, I'll go ahead and go away. In some cases. But other than that, no, I don't care if you don't like me. I'm not going to conform to that type of bullshit. Really? You're not going to weigh me down with your inability to have self-discipline. I'm not faltering on my boundaries. You know what I mean? And that's it too. It's like, no. Just because I'm cool doesn't mean I'm accepting. That's it. I accept where you're at, but I'm telling you right now, you need to get out of there and get into a better place before you're going to be, eligible to be in my space. I don't fellowship with such things. I don't mind teaching a ministry full of sinners, but I'm not going to take the sinners home to bed with me. They're not going to eat at my table. They're not going to do that type of stuff. Not that I'm above them, but I don't want my children to normalize your lifestyles or any of my people. We lead by example. And since I don't have good examples, I lead alone until you can be a good example to show others what a good person is, regardless to gender, sex, nationality, religion, whatever that is. A good person is a good person. They make good decisions. That was integrity right there. Nobody needs to tell you what's right or wrong. She knew right away that was wrong, but because she believed she wouldn't get caught, she did what was wrong.
Who, me?
And that's going back to, that's integrity at its lowest form. And it's putting other people in danger. You have no integrity and you do not care about the safety of your own child. Your actions spoke that. And I spoke it straight to your face. How does this qualify you as a good mother, is what I pulled up on her and said. And she started screaming, and my kids got out of the car and they went in. I told them to go in. And then the staff comes out, and I'm standing there. She's saying stupid shit like that. And then I walk up, and staff's looking at me like I did something wrong. And I tell them exactly what happened. She's like, call the fucking police. All right. If that's what you want. Never crossed my mind, to be honest. Don't give me an idea. I don't have many of my own. They're usually given to me by God. Like, go to McDonald's and get a milkshake. It was disgusting, by the way. They only had one flavor, which was chocolate. And it was so chocolatey, I didn't like it. Really? It wasn't even about drinking milk. It was disgusting. Really? It was so unsatisfying. I guess the conversation was more satisfying than the fucking $6 fucking milkshake. Could have gone to fucking... That's what I look at it. I was like, geez, why didn't I just go to Chick-fil-A, get a Christian milkshake? None of this would have happened. Somebody could have even paid for my milkshake. That's what happened last time I did this. I've only done this twice. Really? If we were in another... I was thinking about California. I was like, dude, we don't have a Tasty Freeze here. Really? That's what it is in California. Then I thought about Dairy Queen. I thought about it all, and he just said, go to... I was like, all right. And I just told the kids, and they were like, okay, Mom's taking us for an ice cream. There's more to this story. Fucking God. No awkwardness, right? I don't have to walk through the building and it won't be awkward. Like she doesn't live on my fucking same floor and we don't run into each other every day already. No awkwardness, right? God didn't just make things absolutely uncomfortable for me. My comfortability level is at perfect. Really? Yeah. All right. What else? You see? Reap what you sow, ho. I wouldn't be talking shit to a witch bitch anyways. Really? Everybody looks at them after they do this. Like, you do know she's a witch, right? You probably shouldn't have done that. Bad things happen to everybody that talks to her like that. It really does. She could get kicked out for some shit like that. He could lose his job. All she had to do was shut her fucking mouth. It wouldn't have escalated until you wanted to take the escalator to hell. Want to run your mouth at a bitch. Nobody knew what happened but me and you. I just rolled up on you to tell you what I saw until you wanted to tell the world how you were right. No. I get the story right. Really? Yeah, I'm eager. Oh, burdens. Got burdens. These are reversed. Ew. 9 of Wands. Why? Because we're taking action in our thoughts. That's what you thought. Realistically, man, that was a day. I'm going to move on now. And that's where it is. It's like, typically you move on, you have tasks to do, right? Like, well, what am I supposed to do now? God gives you have something to do. You're supposed to clean your house or go shopping or whatever you have to do. What do I have to do? Nothing. I have nothing to do. I could look for something to do, but I have nothing to do. Are you going to make dinner? No, the kids I don't cook, and they eat separate foods. And I'm not eating. You're going to watch a movie? Maybe. I guess I need to go watch the Book of Enoch. Fuck. There's something to do.
I only watched like 3 movies today.
What'd you watch?
I watched the second Zootopia.
There's a second Zootopia?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
And then I watched The Wild Robot. This one's like a robot gets lost in the woods and takes care of a baby goose. It's real sad because the goose has to like fly away once he.
Oh, that's terrifying. I don't want to cry. Okay.
And after that one, I watched like a movie about a tornado.
About a tornado?
Yeah, some really.
Yeah, Mother Nature movies are good. At least they have, understanding why you're watching the lion eat the gazelle. It's like, but this is important for this animal. Or when you watch the fucking cheetah abandon her cubs so she can go off and have sex and make new cubs. She just does one day. She just leaves them to go have sex and have more. Really? When they're about 1.5 years old. It's the lion, not the cheetah. She probably does it too. She's a runner.
She just can
I've raised you as much as I can. Now I must be free. That's me when my kids hit out of high school. I've done all I can. Now I must go and be free in the wild. Oh, Charlie in the chocolate factory just come home. The house is gone. Where's my mom? She's in the woods. Just waiting.
Charlie in the chocolate factory.
Remember he came home and the whole house was gone?
I just got that.
I know. That's what the
scene.
spirit showed me.
I was scared of that ever since I saw that.
Dude.
I would come home and it would be gone.
That was such a funny one. That whole movie was funny. He said it too. He's all, "Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello." And everybody's looking at him like, what? And he starts to do it, and the whole thing starts on fire. He's like, wow, I wasn't sure about that ending, but it sure picked up as they all melted to the ground. Oh, God. I shared that this morning, too. The original one, the soundtrack to the original one. Come with me. And
I love that song.
dude, my brother, when they made the second one, he knew how to do the dances. The DVD had this dance thing at the end of it. The DVD had this extras, and you could learn how to do the Oompa Loompa dance. And we got all high, and he was learning it, and I would just sit there watching him. It was funny. So then when the movie would play, his kids would be watching it, and he'd come out and do the dance. It was fucking great. He was an idiot. He could have been so great if he wasn't such a drug addict.
That Aaron's addicted to vapes. So whenever he talks about money, he's like, "That's 3 vapes worth."
That's 3 vapes worth.
Yeah,
Everything is
he'll say that.
in the
That's
cost
like
of a vape.
She'll be like, so I like tell him I got like $25. Like that's two things of vapes, bro.
That's like me. That's like 2 cigarettes away. How far is Colorado Springs? 2 cigarettes and 2 joints. You'll be right there. You smoke a cigarette, and then you'll be towards the end of Denver, and then you light your joint, and then you'll be in Monument, and then you light a cigarette, and then you're in Colorado Springs. Depending on what part of Colorado Springs, you might need another joint, because that motherfucker is you could be on the other side of Colorado Springs. Really? Time. Cigarettes last how long? 10 minutes. Is it really that long? No, because after that, you kind of space out for how long? Really? I used to drive all over this place. Like, oh, man, I need to go home. My eyes are burning. I've been driving for 5 hours, not even realizing where I was. How did I get here? Gotta Google my way home all the time. Oh, shit. Well, that was God's justice and glory, and it was glorious, wasn't it? That's about all there was. That's all the show was. And I'm still wanting a protein drink. That fucking didn't do shit for me. I'm still probably going to walk to Target and get a protein drink. Really? Something. I feel a little weak. Just got to keep the freaking levels up. Really? Yup. Keep the levels up and the devil's down. I got the Ace of Cups and the devil. That's why I said that. Ace of Cups and the devil. Are you facing your devils, your shadows? I did really good. I did all that shit on the Thirsty Thursday. They fucked up my Thursday, so I could sit around reflecting all Friday. What are you going to do on Saturday? I don't know. You better give me some kind of something to do.
I know that.
A pretty day and a hike or something. I got to do something with my time.
There's nothing to do, bro.
Really? There's nothing to do. She's like, I'm ready to go back to school.
And it's only freaking Friday.
She gets out of school early every day, and now there's nothing to do. She's like, oh, man, this is a long day.
Because I've done all my homework.
These are the longest days. They're the end days, bro. We'll get new days at the blood moon next week.
I'm already at my end.
Yep, we're at the end of our rope. Don't jump. Hey, I love you guys. Learn a lesson from somebody else and be a blessing. Really? Laters, haters.
Your mom.
Your mama.